just finished a quest. What quest, you may ask? It's a long story. It all started about 20 or 35 years ago, actually. It started in this town. What town, you may ask? It started a while ago in my town. The town's name isn't important, but the people who are in the story, gosh, some really troublesome stuff came their way. And if only they knew what to do that day, a couple of weeks ago. It was a big deal, they said. What was a big deal? You might be wondering. And who's they? I'm about to tell you. It all started about 35 years ago. And one thing led to the next, and then here we are. Not much else matters now, really. Apart from everything in between now and then. Just the whole build-up and everything. So much stuff happened that just created so much change, and yeah, gosh. And then one day there was obviously a really big finale to the story. A lot of really crazy stuff that just made a finale really necessary. Like, gosh, one thing in particular was if I told you, like, I have to know you can keep a secret. So it was about 35 years ago, and such a crazy thing happened in just this small town of Baglang. There, I said the name. I know. I shouldn't have said the name. He will punish me. I'll tell you who he is in a moment. So it was the small town of Baglan. And everyone's shoes went missing one day. What a small inconvenience. This doesn't matter. Well, guess what? There was heaps of glass around, because in the small town of Baglan, rubbish trucks aren't a thing. So people recycle glass by throwing it on the footpath in hopes that other people will pick it up. Other artists might pick it up. Kids might pick it up and have fun with it. Mothers might pick it up and show their babies. Fathers might pick it up and show their friends on a night out. But no, the glass just built up over time, and Baglan became a town full of glass on the pavements. And what are people meant to do when no one has any shoes? And that's what created all of this mess. It's hard for me to even remember. Really, there was just so much glass and so much mess. because there was no recycling trucks. There was no rubbish trucks or anything. So it was just a lot of mess in 35 years, really. And I just can't remember it all, really. But yeah, so the next day everyone woke up and they had their shoes back, and one person in particular couldn't wear shoes again for his sacrifice that he made that night. It was in the Wizard's Tower atop Baglan, atop the hill on Goblalan Street. There's a hill at the top of Goblalan Street in Baglan. And yeah, basically this wizard, he just set off the wrong spell. He was actually trying to create a spell that would clean up all the glass on the footpaths, but instead he took everyone's shoes. And more so than that, people couldn't wear shoes because there were no shoes. So anyway, the only way he could undo the magical spell was he had to hold his breath for 10 minutes. This was an impossible task, but luckily he had trained for nearly a millennia in holding his breath. So he did it quite easily. He actually, it was not difficult for him at all. He was really good at holding his breath. So it was just sort of like, the whole thing was such a minor inconvenience. Yeah, no one really got injured because, well, no one really walks on glass, because it hurts a lot. Yeah, I just thought that I had to share that true story